This is Marilena of sparkastrology.com. It's been a while, but I thought it would be good today to talk about a very, very strong energy that I'm sure a lot of you can feel already. And talking about the square between Mars and Pluto, and let's not forget that Saturn is not far behind. But Mars and Pluto are currently in an applied square, so the square is peaking. It's going to be exact on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live. Now, this is a cardinal square, so it's actually about action, events, and things actually happening. So, yes, Pluto is retrograde, but Mars is direct, and in these two signs, it's all about acting, sometimes reacting, sometimes responding, and this is what I want to talk to you about today. So Mars is in Aries, and this year it's going to be in Aries for 6 months. It hadn't done that for a long, long time. It's in its own sign, and it's going to go retrograde, so this means it's going to come back to this point 3 times in the course of the 6 months. Now, Mars in Aries is very positive energy. It's very strong, dynamic, fun as well, full of vigor, full of excitement, perfect for going on a quest, for starting a new adventure or a new project. There's lots of dynamism, there's a lot of initiative, there's a lot of fun, really. But at the same time, it tends to be aggressive. It can be aggressive. So it's not the kind of energy that pushes over, that's pushed over, or that backs down. So depending on what it is, and what is the situation that it plays out, then it can be very incendiary. And to be honest, just look around, read the news, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, Pluto, on the other hand, is the lord of the underworld, both in ancient mythology and in terms of what it represents in astrology. So it rules everything that's under the surface, deep, deep, deep within you, or deep within society. And it rules death and rebirth, meaning transformation, meaning destruction sometimes is necessary to be able to become a better person or a better society. Now, it's been in Capricorn since, on and off since 2008, and more persistently since 2010. And look at what's been happening. I mean, it's been dredging up all of the dirt, because Pluto is not afraid of dirt. And so all the dirt about patriarchy, of course, that's one, sex scandals, the oligarchy, what the 1% or 0.5% do, and how they become part of this elite, and how this affects society, how different cultures and different populations are affected by this. And we are at a time of transformation. It's obvious. So these two come together or clash at 24 degrees of Aries and Capricorn. So what this means is that if you have planets or ascendant or midheaven or IC and so on at 24 degrees in particular, or near 24 degrees. So this means the second half of the signs of Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, you are bound to feel this more strongly. So what this means, you're going to go on a war, you're going to go on a fight, on a battle. And this time you're going for the jugular. I don't know if I've scared you now, but this is the kind of energy we're talking about. So it is about standing out for yourself. It isn't about going for what you want. It is about going for what you deeply need. It's a profound need. And it's a bit of a, but it's definitely got the pressure cooker effect. It's like a volcano that's preparing to erupt. It's been the last few weeks, and you can see the extra smoke, the heat, the rocks being thrown around, until there's a moment when it actually bursts out and explodes, and it's multicolor and it's destructive. So can you afford for this situation to be destructive? Can you afford to lose this person, to hurt this person? Because this is the Dracula we're talking about, so this is serious. Can you afford for this to happen this way? So can you afford to just react, in fact, overreact? Think about it. Think about, actually, with Capricorn in the mix, think about what your long-term goal is. So what's the best outcome for you? What would actually benefit you in the long term? Not just today, not just tomorrow, in the long term. And then act accordingly. So my tip is exactly this. Use the strategy ability of Capricorn. So don't just act on the spur of the moment. Think long term. Put some distance between you and the emotion. And in fact, devise a strategy. Work with strategy in mind, not just as a reaction. And then strike. If you must strike, strike. This is down to your personal style and what you want out of life. But try to think long term first. So this is my tip. I hope it helps you. And if you are struggling with this or with anything else, do get in touch. So go to sparkastrology.com and book a reading with me, a live reading. It's a session in which we can strategize together. We can look at the situation with clarity. We can look at the options you've got ahead of you. And, I can guide you. I can help you see things differently. Put this put this kind of distance between you and the situation, and perspective, not just distance, perspective on things. And then hopefully you can make the right choice and move in the right direction so that you can win in the long term. So if that's you, get in touch, sparkastrology.com or scintillando.com, and book a reading. Meanwhile, stay cool, breathe, and I'll see you on the other side. Much love.